Imagine a place that refuses to be shut down, a station that keeps working, long after the power is cut and the staff has gone home. This is the story of the North Sector Monitoring Station and the log that never closed. Operational from 1982 to 2009, its job was simple: collect environmental data and watch for unusual signals. On October 14, 2009, it was scheduled for permanent closure. The shutdown procedure was initiated, but according to official records, it was never completed. Let's rewind to that day. Inside Control Room B, the station's nerve center, Senior Operator begins the final checklist. This wasn't a high-tech hub of touchscreens and servers. Think analog consoles, paper logbooks, and spinning magnetic tape recorders. At 6:02 p.m., power reduction starts. Secondary sensors go dark. Communication lines are severed. The last handwritten entry is logged. Shutdown sequence started. Final verification pending. But there's no closing signature. The page is left open. At midnight, the facility is locked up, sealed, and abandoned. The staff are relocated, and the equipment is left to gather dust behind heavy security doors. For years, it remains untouched, a forgotten relic of a bygone era. Then, a routine archive audit uncovers something impossible. The station's digital shutdown log, a file that should have been closed and finalized back in 2009, is still listed in the internal system with a single, chilling status: active. A team of technicians is dispatched to reopen the station. They break the original security seals and step inside. The main corridor is just as it was left, thick with the dust of years. They unlock Control Room B inside. Everything is frozen in time. Chairs are unmoved. Monitors are black. And there, on a metal desk, sits the old paper logbook, open to the last page. The final handwritten entry is identical to the scanned copy in the archive. Forensic analysis of the ink confirms it was written on the day of the closure. The real mystery begins when they examine the digital storage. The central system's logs show ongoing data entries, timestamps from 2011, 2012, 2013, and beyond, all recorded long after the station was abandoned. Stranger still, every entry is marked with the ID of an operator who had retired even before the shutdown began. There are no login records, no signs of remote access. It's as if a ghost has been dutifully filing reports. How is this even possible? The first thing they check is the power. The primary lines were physically disconnected on the day of the closure. The backup batteries would have been completely depleted years ago. A thorough search reveals no external or hidden energy source. The system should be dead, and yet the logs continue. When they print out the anomalous entries, a pattern emerges. The same phrases, repeated like a mantra every 6 hours. On the dot. System check complete. Signal monitored. Room secure. But there's another layer to this puzzle. The printer has been feeding itself new paper. The paper stacks have clearly been replaced multiple times, despite no one entering the sealed facility for years. Even the printer cartridge has a manufacturing date from after the station was shut down. Its origin is a complete mystery. To get to the bottom of this, investigators install new security cameras. For 3 nights, they record the silent, empty control room. They see nothing. No movement, no human presence, no equipment activating. But at exactly 3:11 a.m. each night, the camera captures the impossible. The printer whirs to life. Paper slides through its rollers, and fresh text appears on the page. There is no one there to operate it. They decide to add more sensitive equipment. Acoustic sensors are placed around the room. On the second night, the microphones pick up a faint, scraping sound. The sound of a chair moving. But the cameras show nothing. Thermal imaging shows no body heat. Nothing to explain the noise. The sound analysis is ultimately inconclusive. The team turns its attention back to the human element. Archive analysts compare the handwriting from that last manual entry with the senior operator's known samples. It's a perfect match. They track him down. Now retired, the man confirms he wrote that final entry. He remembers starting the shutdown sequence, but he insists he completed it. He clearly recalls signing his name on the final page, closing the book for good. But back in Control Room B, that signature is still missing. Diving deeper into the old archives, they find a magnetic tape labeled Final Monitoring Hour. They clean it up and play it. For the most part, It's just what you'd expect. The low hum of electronics, the occasional rustle of papers, the squeak of a chair, but at the 47-minute mark, a new sound emerges, clear in the ambient noise. A voice, barely a whisper, says, "Continue logging." The voice doesn't match any known personnel. The original blueprints reveal a secondary maintenance tunnel running beneath Control Room B. Could someone be using it to get in and out? An inspection team heads down. They find the access hatch, but it's sealed shut from the inside and shows no signs of recent entry. A little further in, the tunnel has collapsed, making it impassable. There is no other way in. Frustrated but determined, the investigators devise a new test. They replace the printer-S paper supply with sheets they've secretly marked with unique serial numbers. They leave the room, seal it, and wait. The next morning, they return. A new log entry has been printed. They check the paper. The serial number matches one of their marked sheets. The printer is undeniably active, and yet, a power meter connected directly to it shows zero energy consumption. The engineers decide to escalate. They physically dismantle the central system's console and remove the data module, the very heart of its logging capability. They reassemble the system without it. That night, everyone watches the monitors, expecting silence. But at 3:11 a.m., the printer activates again. The new entry is short and to the point, moduli absent. Logging continues. The review board has seen enough. They order all equipment to be removed from the site. The entire console, including the printer, is dismantled and transported to a secure, external lab for analysis. Under the controlled conditions of the laboratory, the printer remains completely inactive. It never generates another log entry. The mystery, it seems, is tied to the location itself. But the story isn't over. A security team doing a final sweep of the now empty Control Room B finds something that makes their blood run cold. Lying on the center of the dusty metal desk is a freshly printed sheet of paper. The text on it reads, "Control Room remains operational." There was no printer in the room. One final experiment is authorized. The room is sealed completely, every crack and vent accounted for. A live video feed is monitored continuously by 3 separate observers. They watch the empty, silent room for hours. Then, at exactly 3:11 a.m., the lights in the room flicker once. The video feed dissolves into static for 4 seconds. When the picture returns, a new printed page is lying on the desk. The message is just 2 words: "Shutdown incomplete." The investigation continued for 8 more months. No physical intrusions were ever detected. No mechanical or electrical explanation was ever confirmed. The source of the power, the origin of the supplies, and the identity of the operator remained unknown. Eventually, Control Room B was sealed permanently, this time with concrete. The original logbook, its last page still unsigned, was transferred to a high-security archive. The official conclusion was simple. The shutdown procedure began. The system acknowledged it, but its operational record persisted far beyond any physical or logical capability. The file was closed, but the case remains an unresolved anomaly. The station may be gone, but somewhere, in some form, the log continues. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy diving into these unsolved mysteries, be sure to subscribe and follow for more.